Hello everyone, it's Anna, also known as That Star Wars Girl, and today I'm going to be talking about the latest episode of Star Wars Resistance. I know I usually do these earlier in the week, but I had a lot going on, so here it goes. I don't know if it's just I've gotten used to how bad these episodes are, or I'm just using brain cells by watching them. But this one wasn't that bad, I will admit. Again, I don't know if it's just that I've gotten so used to how bad they are that I just don't expect much anymore. But I think what they've been doing right in these last couple of episodes is that they don't show the story from the main character's point of view. So the main character is supposed to be Kaz. He's the tall one in the green jacket. He is supposed to be the main character, supposed to be the spy that's doing the undercover stuff on this barge. But in the episode about Sonara and Tam, he was more of a side character. You wouldn't think that he was the main character. And that's what they did in this episode. So flashback to the very first episode when Kaz picked the girl with the little buns to race against, and she turned out to be the best pilot as well as the captain's daughter. So this episode is from her point of view, and she basically just wants to get out of her room. That's what the whole episode is about, is her wanting to get out of her room. She's got this weird alien dog thing that's literally just a circle with legs coming out of it. It's kind of looks like a pug type bug creature thing. Oh my gosh, I'm trying to think of this Pokemon that it looks like. It's a bug one that's purple with the eyes, and oh my god, I can't believe I'm blanking on the Pokemon's name. Maybe I'll remember it at the end of the video. But anyway, she's got this little dog, so she's trying to get out of her room. Her dad's like, no, you can't leave your room. It's too dangerous for you. So what does she do naturally? Oh my gosh, she sneaks out. Big surprise. So she sneaks out of her room. Oh, and by the way, I usually say this in the beginning, but I give these descriptions of these episodes as if I'm talking to my friends, so just kind of jumbled, and people tend to enjoy it, but if you don't like it, that's fine, you don't have to watch it. But anyway, she's gonna escape her room. So what does she do? She escapes out of her room, and what happens with her dad? Oh, he's calling up the First Order because he's just supposed to be setting up a meeting with the gold stormtrooper so that way they could protect the barge from pirates. So the ace pilots aren't cutting it, so he's calling in the First Order. Wow, that's a great freaking idea, said no one ever. Alright, so girl sneaks out. Girl goes. Who does she run into? Oh my gosh, it's Kaz. Wow, I'm so shocked. So she runs into Kaz, and they don't run into each other like, let me get something. Oh, sorry, that was a really loud noise. Alright, and I apologize, I just have these things so instead of running into each other like normal people, like when both run around a corner and you hit, and it's usually your stomach area or whatever you run with, but so they come around the corner, these two characters apparently walk like this, and so they, instead of running into each other like normal people would, they run into each other head first and fall back. Now, nobody gets a concussion and everyone's fine, but that's how they run into each other. It doesn't make much sense. Also, the character's eyes change color in the middle of this. I don't know if it was a mistake. Well, it's 100% a mistake. But the girl, her eyes are grayish brown, and then all of a sudden they're gold in one scene. But anyway, they run into each other, and she's just like, oh, let's go to the marketplace. And Kaz is in the back of his head because he was just talking about it. Oh, I gotta go do something and do some spy stuff. But he's like, oh, I gotta go do this. She's like, oh, don't worry about it, come with me. So they go to the marketplace. She's trying to be sneaky and not get caught by her dad, but let's go to the public place that everyone can see me. That's a great idea, right? Oh, said no one ever. So, logic out. So they go to the marketplace, and she's looking, she's like, ooh, shiny rock, ooh, let's buy this. And the salesperson is like, oh yeah, 5 credits. And he looks at her, he's like, hey, you're rich. You can pay 20. And she's like, no thank you. And it's like, yeah, nobody's gonna do that. It doesn't matter. Rich people are usually the most stingy ones. But anyway, then everyone sees her, and so everyone comes and surrounds her, and like, what's going on? What's with the pirate raids? What is your dad doing? And so they all surround her, and it's like, oh, okay, okay. Alright, bro, I get it. You want your answers, but everyone's pissed off at her. It's like, it's obviously not her fault. It's her dad's, but whatever. So Kaz and her escape, and they go, and then she's saying something about the First Order, so immediately Kaz is interested. He's like, ooh, First Order, what? What's going on with your dad in the First Order? And she's like, just blah, 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 telling all this private information that you would think would be top secret that her dad wouldn't want her to be telling anyone, especially that idiot. But hey, she's just pretty loose-lipped with all of it. So she's just like, oh yeah, the First Order's coming to do some meeting with my dad to help with the pirate raid, blah, 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 blah. And Kaz is just like, oh, what, really? And then she's like, yeah, but my dad always has me in my room and I can only play these flight simulator games. Kaz, oh my god, he has a good idea. He's only had a good idea once in this entire series. But now, all of a sudden, he's just full of good ideas in this episode. Doesn't make much sense. But anyway, he's just like, oh, thinking this is his good idea. Oh, if I get her to take me to the Aces Tower, I can sneak into her dad's office. And so he's just like, oh, you have that game? And she's like, yeah, do you want to come back to my room and play it? So yes, they go. They have to sneak back into the Aces Tower so that way they can go play a video game of some pilot simulation things. So they get in there and then they're dodging all of the droids because the girl doesn't want her dad to know that she snuck out, so she's got to sneak back in. Her logic right there. So they get there, they sneak in. And so she's just like, oh, maybe we could go to, the Aces Lounge. So she takes him to the fancy Aces Lounge. He's like, oh, this is even more fancier than the last lounge. What does he do instead of saying hi to all the other ace pilots and stuff? All the ace pilots being like, well, what the heck is this guy doing here? What does he do? He goes and shoves his face in a bowl full of food. I'm just like, no more person acts like this. No one, not even the Looney Tunes act like this. Come on. And so he's sitting there like a dog eating this food out of a bowl. And guess who pops up? Oh my goodness. Okay, before we get to the person that pops up, one of the ace pilots, she's got like this really thick German accent, and she looks like the character that's in 50 First Dates that works with Adam Sandler that the walrus throws up on, the one with the braids and whatnot, the one that ends up with Sam from Lord of the Rings. That character, they literally made it into a character in the show. Anyway, guess who pops up? Oh yeah, Elijah Wood playing Draco Malfoy in Star Wars. So Draco Malfoy shows up and he's like, Kaz, what are you doing here? And Kaz is just like with food in his mouth and he's just like, I have to work another job because you blew up my ship. Not to mention the fact that your dumbass is the one that went and stole fuel that will make your ship explode. But no, apparently it's Kaz's fault because you're stupid and you're greedy. But anyway, this kid's mad at Kaz. He's like, I'll get you back. I have to work 2 jobs. Da, da, da. And so Taz and the girl leave. And so they go back to her room. And guess what they start doing? Oh my gosh, they actually start playing video games. And I'm like, is this what they're trying to sell? Like, is this just sly marketing? It's like, it's kind of like a VR, except it's, because they're in a Star Wars universe, they don't need the little headsets. But I'm like, this is probably what they're going to do for VR. Because it looks like, it literally looks like they're playing Dance Dance Revolution as they're playing with these spaceships that are dodging asteroids and whatnot. But they're playing Dance Dance Resolution. Apparently that is the way that you play a spaceship game. But whatever. I didn't write this. I would not have okayed this even if I did write it. Excuse me. Alright, so then her little bodyguard nanny droid comes into the room and she's like, oh my gosh, hide! So what does she do? She throws him on her bed and puts a stuffed animal in front of him. So he's hiding on her bed with a stuffed animal. And for some reason she has a bunk bed. Doesn't make much sense, but whatever. She's got a bunk bed, he's hiding, and so he's under the stuffed animal. Her dog's going crazy. BB-8 is just like rolling around trying to hide. Droid comes in, and what does the droid see? Oh my god, it sees BB-8 because BB-8 makes noise. So the droid goes into this crazy attack mode and it's like intruder. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, it's Howl on crack. But anyway, she talks it out of it. Kaz gets out because BB-8 distracts it. Then BB-8 takes off. Kaz goes into the dad's office, who is the captain of the ship. He goes through all of his drawers, which apparently the captain of the ship does not have anything in any of his drawers except one, and it's this tiny little iPad thing. So Kaz plugs in his flash drive to the iPad to get the information, and it's all red on the screen, just going, and then what happens? Guess who sees him? Oh my gosh, it's Draco Malfoy. The dad's meeting with the First Order. Gold Stormtrooper's there talking to him, and he's just like, oh, how long are you guys gonna be here? And Gold Stormtrooper's just like, oh, It's going to be as long as it takes. These pirate raids, we don't really know how long they're going to last. They're very sporadic. We could be here for years. Oh my gosh, how surprising. So he's saying bye to the gold stormtrooper. And then Draco Malfoy, since he saw Kaz sneak into the dad's office, he runs and distracts the captain right as he's saying bye to the gold stormtrooper. So naturally, gold stormtrooper's like, what the heck is Draco Malfoy doing here causing all this commotion? And he's just like, what's going on? And captain's just like, I'll fix it, it's okay. So gold stormtrooper's like, fine, deuces, takes off. And then Draco Malfoy's like to the captain, Captain, someone's in your office, we need to go. Instead of freaking telling, security or alerting anyone else, no, he thinks it's okay to just run across an entire barge to go get the captain. Logic, whatever. If you wanted someone to get caught, I would have alerted security and then gotten the captain, and then the captain would have been like, oh, thank you for not interrupting me in the middle of my very important meeting. I respect you now. No, he just decides to not do that, but whatever. So captain goes, they go investigate the office. Kaz hears them coming, so he goes and hides in a closet. Now, this is actually something finally happened that leads with the plot. Inside the captain's closet, guess what he has? For some reason, he doesn't have it hidden. He has it hanging in plain sight for everyone to see, since it's the only thing in this closet. He has his old uniform from when he worked with the Empire. Yep, he has that hanging in his closet. It is the only thing in his closet. If anyone wanted to push the one button on his desk that opens the closet door, they would find out. But anyway, it answers why this guy is kind of shady. And Kaz, he even calls him shady in the episode. It's hilarious. Yeah, so find out that. Then Kaz is like, oh, he used to work with the First Order. Or no, he used to work with the Empire. No wonder he's doing dealings with the First Order. Yeah, makes sense. You put 2 and 2 together. Wow. Congratulations. After all 9 episodes, he finally can put, 1 + 1 = 2. Congratulations. And that's basically the entire episode. Then he runs into the girl gets him out. Oh, guess how they get out of here? They have to go through a trash compactor. Oh, but guess what? It's actually not a trash compactor. It is a trash incinerator. I can't even talk because I'm so blah with this episode. So all these lasers start going off and shooting at them. So it's laser, and they're like having to dodge it. And then Draco Malfoy goes into the office with the dad, and he's trying to find Kaz, but Kaz isn't there, so the captain's just like, just do your job and take out my trash. So Draco Malfoy goes, and he throws the trash into the trash incinerator, and what happens? Oh, it just perfectly falls right in timing with laser beam almost killing Kaz, but the trash saves him. God, I almost liked you, Draco Malfoy, but dang it, you saved Kaz. So then they're dodging it, and they're like, then the girl's just like, it's just like the video game we played. And then they start doing the Dance Dance Revolution, and BB-8 opens the door and they get out. And then she's just like, oh, Kaz, why are you in my dad's office? Who are you really? I found out that you used to be part of, the New Republic, that you were one of their pilots, and then you left and you came here. You must be a spy. And instead of being all suavo James Bond, he's just like, no, I left the Navy and I came here to be a racer. And she's just like, really, bro? Really? And then they say bye, like deuces, and then she goes back to her room, sees her little round dog thing, and then she's just like, And that's the episode! Oh my goodness! I just, I need to take a break. And I know there's only 1 episode left, which I'm very, very thankful for. So I get to just go and watch Clone Wars, and thank goodness they're still on Netflix, because I need some sanity back. Alright, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this review. I will be doing 1 more, because that's going to be the end of the season. So 1 more of these, guys. I hope you enjoy them. I'm going to have to do this. It comes out in a day or 2. So it's almost over. There's a light at the end of the tunnel. Anyway, everyone, I hope you enjoyed this. I did do an announcement earlier. I am going to be releasing some prints on my Etsy store of the paintings I did from the giveaway, so go ahead and check that out. The link is in the description. Until next time, everyone, may the Force be with you, because we are going to need it.